Hello friends, today we learn about leukemia. The first, we will see a definition of leukemia. It is a form of blood cancer in which white blood cells multiply abnormally and circulate through the blood. The excessive large number of white cells deposit in the body tissue causing damage. That means white blood cells is a abnormally multiply and they circulate the blood and they deposit in body tissue and they damage. The leukemia is the most common type of children malignancy characterized by persistent and uncontrolled production of immature and abnormal white blood cells. And the incidence of leukemia. Leukemia is the most common malignancy in children less than 50 years of age. Leukemia is seen in children in less than 50 years of age. Each year, there are approximately 4,000 new cases diagnosed in the United States. In United States, 4,000 new cases in leukemia. The incidence among male is greater than that in females. It occurs twice often in white children as compared to black children. White children greater than that black children. The etiology of leukemia. First one is a genetic factor, exposure to isoniazid radiation, exposure to certain chemicals and toxins, infection with the human T-cell leukemia virus type 1 and HIV, previous history of aplastic anemia or a history of cancerous of the lymphatic system. The previous history of aplastic anemia and cancerous lymphatic system and leukemia is present. Maternal fetal transmission. The pathophysiology of leukemia is first due to etiological factor. Etiological factor like a genetic factor, isoniazid radiation leads to overproduction of abnormal WBC. Abnormal WBC divide. Overproduction of WBC in body and leads to abnormal mature WBC in peripheral circulation and diffuse replacement of bone marrow with leukemic cell. Leads to infiltration of liver, spleen, lymph nodes and other body tissue. The WBC is transmission in the blood and the infiltration of liver, spleen, lymph nodes and other body tissue. Leads to reduce the immune resistance. Immune resistance is reduced. Leads to infection in any organ. Infection in any organ due to fever, fatigue, weakness, night sweat and headache. Then the clinical manifest features in the palerity of skin, weakness, fatigue, fever, then weight loss, abnormal bleeding, headache, bone and joint pain, inflammation of organ. Then the investigation of leukemic person in a complete blood count, CBC, bone marrow, aspiration and biopsy, lymph nodes, biopsy, lumbar puncture, chest X-ray. Then the classification of leukemia. In the first classification of acute lymphocytic leukemia in ALL. It is the most common type of childhood leukemia. It results from an uncontrolled proliferation of immature cells, lymphoblast, derived from the lymphoid stem cell. The result in anemia, thrombocytopenia and granulocytopenia. Then the clinical manifestation of ALL inhibit normal hematopoiesis, infiltration, pain, headache, fever. The management of acute lymphocytic leukemia. Specific management of ALL include chemotherapy, radiation therapy and bone marrow transplantation. The chemotherapy in that remission of induction therapy. Second, maintenance therapy or systemic continuation. Third, late intensification or reinforcement therapy. And the fourth, CNS prophylaxis. Now we will see in detail The first is a remission of induction therapy, in that it is administered for 4 to 5 weeks with a vincristine, prednisolone, and rapamycin. The second one is a maintenance therapy or systemic continuation. It is given for 2 to 3 years with a mercaptolurine and methotrexate. Third one is a late intensification or reinforcement therapy. It is provided with a vincristine and prednisolone every 4 weeks. And the last one is a CNS prophylaxis. The methotrexate, hydrocortisone, and cytosine are administered once a week during induction and 8 weeks for 2 years. The second classification is acute non-lymphocytic leukemias, ANLL. The acute non-lymphocytic leukemia are a group of malignant disease in which the basic abnormalities is a generalized progressive proliferation of immature monocytes and myelocytes from the bone marrow that invade the blood and other tissues. Clinical manifestation: anemia, leukopenia, thrombocytopenia, fever, active bleeding, bone pain, gastrointestinal tract disturbance, infiltration, joint pain, and CNS involvement is seen in some children. The medical management: chemotherapy, heparin therapy may be needed in case of fatal hemorrhage. Supportive treatment with blood, platelet transfusion, and intravenous antibiotic therapy may be required. Bone marrow transplantation. The third type of chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL. It is common malignancy of older adult and is more often in males. And the clinical manifestation of CLL: lymphocytosis, erythrocytes, and platelet count may be normal, but in later stage may be decreased. Lymphadenopathy, splenomegaly, fever, sweating, weight loss, viral infections as herpes zoster. The management of CLL: local radiation to spleen may be given as a palliative treatment to reduce complications. And antibiotics, transfusion of RBCs may be required for these clients. Chronic myeloid leukemia, CML. The chronic myeloid leukemia characterized by a number of myeloid cells in all stages of maturation in both blood and bone marrow. In the clinical manifestation of CML: malaise and weakness, splenomegaly and hepatomegaly, arthritis, skin infiltration, unexplained fever, anemia, thrombocytopenia, and leukocytes counts excess of 1 lakh per cubes mm. Then eosinophilia and basophilia is also noticed. The management of CML: chemotherapy, bone marrow transplantation is done in chronic phase. The nursing management of leukemia. Nursing diagnosis: risk of infection related to malignant process. During malignant process, most common diagnosis is a risk for infection. To prevent the infection during treatment. Risk for infection related to depressed body defense. Risk for injury related to interference with cell proliferation. Risk for fluid volume deficit related to nausea and vomiting. During management, nausea and vomiting are most occur, and to reduce the fluid in the body, so prevent the nausea and vomiting. impaired skin integrity related to administration of chemotherapeutic agents, radiotherapy, and immobility. Thank you.